All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fantastic, amazing, beautiful episode here on Lifepod with C. My name is Chima Okoye, and I'm super excited. I'm super honored to have you here on the podcast. I'm glad and I'm grateful to all of you who have been following all this while. If you're just tuning in, please do well to subscribe. Subscribing is very, very easy. It's just by the click of a button. Just go ahead, hit that button, subscribe, turn on notification so you know when we put out new content. That is how you get to support a young, thriving and growing brand like ours. Now let's jump right into what we have to talk about today. Interestingly, it is the Women's Month. It's the International Women's Month. And I'm going to begin by saying that women are very powerful. Women are actually stronger than we give them credit for. And much more, they are stronger than they give themselves credit for. I'm also going to say this, that gladly, women empowerment in Nigeria is gaining momentum. I'm really glad that, more awareness is being created for the women folk. Women tend to have a lot of awareness is created for the women folk. So a lot of spotlight is thrown on them for us to know more about them, know their challenges, what they are going through, and to actually pay attention to how they are treated. But then, despite the fact that women are experiencing these great things, all the empowerment going on, all the awareness being raised. In fact, some organizations will not hire you if you're not a woman, and that's not a bad thing. Everything I'm saying is not in a negative way or in a sarcastic way. I actually mean it. I'm serious about it. It's a great thing that these things are happening for the women folk. But while these things are happening, it seems like when we are making progress, something just happens that takes us back almost 100 years. And I'm talking about the event that happened in one of the states in our country, Nigeria. Most of you already have an idea what I'm talking about because it's already making the waves on social media. But here's the thing. When we talk about women empowerment, we're not just saying treating them special we're saying the same way you treat men, the same way you respect men is the same way you should respect women, is the same way you should treat men and women, right? But my challenge is certain things happen that seems to throw us back by 100 years, like I said earlier. And that's what we want to talk about today. In that community, because as a result of the festival they had going on, women were instructed to stay indoors, and any woman who is seen or found or caught outside will be punished. And by punishment, we are talking rape. It is scary. It is even much more scary because I have sisters. And not only do I have sisters, I have a mother. I have female friends. I'm going to be married someday. I'm going to have daughters. It is scary that this is the reality that we find ourselves today. It is scary. And it is like this because the primary thing that needs to be done have been left undone. If we are going to have a safer society, it has to start from the family. If we are going to have a society that is devoid of corrupt men and women, it is going to start from the family. If we are going to have presidents, governors, senators, local government chairmen who are going to be upright and loyal and upstanding, it is going to start from the family. Everything starts from the family. People don't just drop from the sky. They don't just come from out of space. They came from somewhere. They were born into families. They had a particular type of upbringing and training. Parents, I want to encourage you. Pay attention to your boy child. Let your boy child understand what it means to protect and to preserve the people under him. I remember growing up, my mom, whenever she's going out, she would be like, Chima, take care of your sisters. Take care of the house. There is something that thing did. The more I heard it, the more responsible I felt. The more responsible I felt. Let your children, let your boy child be taught from an early age to understand boundaries. To understand boundaries. Some of us just give our children anything. Like, I can't say no to him. I can't say no to him. So your son grows up understanding that no is not, I can't relate. I have never heard the word no. So when I hear the word no, it becomes strange to me. I have heard this severally. No means no. And yet, certain men, because it's not every man who does it, for crying out loud. A woman says no, you insist on having your way with her. That is devilish. That is wicked. I have not come to address the many semantics involved. Oh, women should do this. Oh, men. I have a task. My job is to address the men who will come across this particular podcast. You have a responsibility, and that responsibility is to protect. And you don't protect by having your way with any woman that comes your way. It was such a sad news to come across. And when I saw it, I felt like, God, are we even making any progress in this country? Because it seems like we are making progress. We are developing, we are growing, we are coming out of that darkness. And yet, somebody asked a question. He said, in that community, there are local government chairmen, there are community leaders, there are people in that community. In fact, some women were saying, they were making statements. Women, I don't mean men, I mean women. They were making statements like, Shebi then here, that is for my international audience. They heard the instruction. The instruction was to stay indoors as a woman. Why did you come out? Knowing that there are repercussions. And the repercussion is for the woman to be harmed in that way. That's, I don't know if anything justifies it. The sad reality is that we as a people have come to terms with it and accepted that this is our reality. This is how we live out. Now, that is how we behave here. In Nigerian parlance, we will say, now so we they do. That is how we do it here. That is terrible, to say the least. As a man, your job is to protect, not to take from people. Your job is to protect. There are values you need to uphold. As a man, as an adult, a minor is making advances at you, maybe showing how much she adores you and how that she's crushing on you and all, and you are encouraging it. And obviously you can see that this person is a child. You have the responsibility to play the adult in that situation and cut off that thing. But some men will take advantage of that and say, but I did not even do it. She came to me. Did you have to encourage it? Did you have to encourage it? For crying out loud, this needs to stop. This doesn't show, this is not flex in any way. It just shows how backward we are in our thinking, in the way we operate, in the way we live our lives. It just shows how backward we are as a people. Men, we need to do better. And this is not just a Nigerian thing or an African thing. It is general. As a man, you need to do better. You have a responsibility, and that responsibility is to take care, is to nurture, is to preserve, is to protect. Every opportunity you have is not one you take. It's not every time you jump at an offer and call it an opportunity. Oh, but I did not even... She had her own parts to play. How about you being the mature one? How about you being the adult? How about you being the responsible one? We need to do better as guys and protect the women in our lives, protect the women on our streets, protect the women in our communities. If a woman will be safe, it will take a man who is responsible. If a woman will ever be safe, it will take a man who is responsible. It all goes down to how you operate, how you think, how you live your lives. As a man, be responsible for God's sake, so that we can have a safer society, a safer environment. Enough with all these stories about grape and all of that. Enough with all those stories. We need to do better. We need to do better. It is not fair. It's disheartening. There are stories of many evil, and it is not proper. It's not supposed to be so. We give the flimsy excuse of she shouldn't have dressed the way she did. She should have dressed better. She shouldn't have gone to that place. She should have left the place. And while I agree with all that, and that's a conversation for another time, you need to also be the responsible one. So that if the woman or the lady finds herself misbehaving or behaving in a certain way, you are the one who is calling her out and telling her, hey, get up, pack your things, leave. Be the responsible one. It starts with the training we give our sons. I said it earlier. Go back. We need to go back to the drawing board. Where have we lost it? Where have we missed it? The family unit. Go back to the family unit and take care of what needs to be taken care of. The same attention you pay to your girl child is the same attention you need to pay to the boy child, or even more. The boy child needs to learn to take care of his home. Be responsible. Interestingly, I still have my chores cut out for me whenever I go back home. Whenever I go back home, I still do my chores. I still do work. I mean, one of the things I hate kitchen. Not hate Hate is a strong word, but cooking is stressful. And really, I give kudos to the women and even the men who can cook. You guys, cooking is not fun. Cooking is not fun. And I'm wondering how some people actually find satisfaction cooking. I don't know how you guys do it. But every other thing I do, and I do well. As a man, don't leave the responsibility to the women alone. The training we give the boy child is very important, and it starts from when they are very, very, very little. Teach them to do their own laundry. Teach them to take out the dishes and clean up everywhere. Teach them to clean up after themselves. Teach them responsibility. Anyways, if I continue, I'm going to be talking in circles. So I'm going to stop here. But before I close out this episode, I want to say a very big thank you to Amaranthine Media. They made it possible for us to have this space. They've been able to create a conducive environment for us and for creators generally. So it's a really great place for creators to thrive. I want to say a very big thank you to them. Thank you for making this episode and our other episodes possible. Now you have made it to the end of this episode. I want you to leave a like, comment on this particular episode, because I would really love to hear from you. And please, we are looking to grow our YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And like I mentioned earlier, that's how the algorithm helps push our videos to more viewers. Thank you once again for making it to the end of this episode. I'm going to be seeing you on the next one. Peace.